quietly and follow along. At any point, click the pause button to catch up or take a break. Hi, welcome to my channel, Art with Miss Dykman. Today we're going to be doing a squish print that also involves some stamping, and it is of a giant strawberry. So let's go. Take your paper. I am using 12 by 18 inch construction paper, and fold it in half so it is skinny, like very skinny, the long way up and down. I have my paper in portrait mode this entire time. Give it a good crease. We are going to be referring back to that a lot. A squish print is making a copy of something. We are copying the design on one side of our project to the other, creating a perfectly symmetrical design, even the way you apply the paint. Okay? So I'm going to do my best to keep our strawberry in the camera, but I'm going to move it down since we're going to start with the top. Let's draw our design. For the purpose of this video, so you can see it clearly, I'm going to be using a Sharpie marker, but you can use a pencil. That way you can erase. We're going to start at the top of our strawberry. I'm going to come down a good amount so we have plenty of space to give a little green top on that thing. So I'm going to put a point. This is right here. And we are going to just make a giant arc all the way to the side. But leave a little space, about an inch or so. That way when we put paint on our paper, it has room to kind of spread in case it blobs. Okay? This is going to be the top of our strawberry. We are only drawing on one half of the paper, remember? Now I'm going to come out a little bit of our strawberry top, and I'm going to just draw a big, it's like almost a triangle. And I'm going to continue that again. I'm going to come up and around, up, down, and maybe back up again. Try to leave a little space from the edge of your paper, just being a little conscious of that. Okay, that is our strawberry top, the green. If you would like to add in some detailed lines, you can. I'm going to add one from this point, kind of down at a curve, to show that maybe it's got leaves in there or something. I'm going to do that again right here, and again right here. Okay? Now let's finish our strawberry. I'm going to come towards the bottom here, the center half, a little bit from the bottom, about 2 inches. I'm going to put a point, and I'm going to kind of curve out just a little bit. And we are going to curve and connect it to the top. Okay? You have a choice how you want to finish your strawberry bottom. Maybe you want it just one big curve. Sometimes strawberries have multiple that kind of merged. So I'm going to just do this giant, just one single curve. You can have a bottom like that. It all depends on what you want. For the seeds today, we are going to be stamping using a Q-tip after. So put your pencil away, grab your paintbrush and black paint. This is an easy way to get a symmetrical design. I'm going to start by applying the black paint to the top of our strawberry leaves, and I like to stroke each section 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That ensures that the paint was evenly spread and has a good coat on it. We're going to close that up and squish. Take your hands and form a knuckle and gently rub your knuckles on the paper in small circles, giving it like a massage. Not too much pressure, because we don't want to overspread that paint. Okay? We do small sections because if we would have painted the whole top of the strawberry, our paint would have dried and it wouldn't have enough to go to the other side. Looking really good. Let's do another small section. I'm going to do my outside lines. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And one more. 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. Close her up and knuckle rub. You just created a copy of the top of your green strawberry on the top there, the green part, and made a symmetrical design on the other side. Now what I love about squish printing is the other side and the materials will tell you what you can do to improve. So for example, it got a little dry. That means I didn't have enough paint on there, so I can repaint and squish. You gotta re-squish though, otherwise it will look sloppy on one side and not clean on the other, and also not symmetrical. Okay, here we go. Now, let's do our inside lines of our strawberry. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I can kind of see where it's not having enough paint, so I'm going to reapply. Sometimes you just got to reload the paintbrush. Here we go. Perfect. Let's continue on. I'm going to come down here. 1, 2, 3, and across my big arch, top of my strawberry. Here we go. And now I'm going to complete the strawberry. You might not be able to do the whole thing. As you can see, I kind of ran out of paint on this stroke, so I'm going to have to reapply, just gently, really stroking, making sure I have enough paint on the length of my strawberry. And now closing and making sure I'm kind of giving a little bit of pressure because that was a lot of distance there for some paint. See if it transferred. And it did. Perfect. Now we're going to do the bottom of our strawberry. Here we go. Awesome. Okay, in this video, we are gonna also add a bonus color. We're gonna be squish printing with a second color. We're gonna get some green paint and squish the top in a variety of green tones to give our strawberry a little more natural effect. Okay, we're back to enhance our strawberry using more colors in a squish print. So I have a new brush, I have green and yellow paint. We're gonna just take our paintbrush and mix slightly in the middle between the two, giving me a little bit lighter yellowy green color. Okay. We can use these two tones of greens to get variety in our leaves on our strawberry. Okay. Since I have light green on my brush, I'm going to start by applying that. Now, when you're holding a strawberry, the light is most likely towards the top of the leaves, towards the sun or the light source. So it's going to be brightest there. Inside our black lines, I'm just going to add in a variety of green. I'm going to be working on the right side of my leaves this time. And I'm, again, trying to stay inside those black lines, spreading that paint as evenly as I can. Sometimes paint can be a little more transparent, but that's okay. We're just going to give our color and our leaves a good undertone. And we're going to now squish. I'm just giving it one more spread, making sure that my leaf has enough to transfer to the other side. Here we go. Knuckle rub. Voila. It's not perfect because the paint that we're using is tempera. It's a little transparent, but it gives us a good base tone when we go in and enhance it with other materials. So now I'm coming in with darker paint. This is our darker green. I'm going to add a little yellow towards the top of my leaves too, just a little bit. Okay, let's squish. Ooh, that's looking really good. The more layers we do, the more the paint adds. I'm gonna do one more. So again, I'm gonna do some dark green towards the bottom. I'm gonna do a little bit of yellow towards the top. And I'm not washing my brush. Did you notice between these colors? I'm just letting it naturally make that light green. Now, I'm not scooping the paint either. I'm just kind of dabbing and lightly feathering and applying it to our strawberry top. Here we go. Voila. I think that added a really great dimension to our strawberry. A little bit of value in there as well. Value is like different tones of a color, light or dark. I'm going to put my color yellow and green paint aside. We're gonna bring back our black and this time make seeds using a Q-tip as a stamp. So take your Q-tip and just kind of dab it in the black of your strawberry. We are gonna go straight up and down and then pull it up on the paper. Straight up and down and then pull it up on the paper. We are gonna be stamping seeds and I am not gonna be no more squish printing because I want my seeds to be a little more erotically placed because they're not exactly the same. We are practicing our stamping skills. So straight up and down and then pull it up on the paper. Coming up in this video, we are going to be cutting out the strawberry and enhancing it with crayons, giving it even more dimension and value. Some shading. My favorite part is the highlights, so definitely join me in for that using a white crayon. Really brings out the fun characteristics of our giant strawberry. We'll be back soon. We're gonna let this berry dry. Okay, here's our strawberry all nice and dry. We're gonna cut it out using a pair of scissors and I cut around the outside of the black line. Okay, next what we're going to do is I have a black crayon here just in case you want to fill in any extra spaces that may have missed paint. You can also add a little dimension to it. I'm going to be filling in just a little fade in my leaves. You can see a little bit of the difference in how much more dimension our leaves on the right have versus the left. And they look a little cleaner since I took my black crayon and cleaned up my paint blobs. Just a little gradient fade. Give my leaf some more dimension. Okay, next I'm going to take a red crayon, and remember, any red crayon will do. Mine has a little wax left on the top. I'm going to remove some of the paper so I can get at more of the crayon. And I'm just going to add a little bit more around the outside of my strawberry to give it some dimension. Again, I like to do kind of a gradient fade. I'll start out really dark with my edges and then slowly fade in. As far as the seeds, I just kind of go around them gradually or go really lightly over the top. This will make our strawberry look way more 3D and realistic. Okay, if you want, you can take a green crayon and just enhance some of the green above. Totally up to you. Depending how your paint turned out, this may not be necessary. Ooh, I think it really enhanced it. Now my favorite part of the squish prints that I do here on my channel is taking a white crayon and just adding little flecks of highlights on that black. It really gives it a lot of dimension, makes it have a fun characteristic. Also gives a little movement, because what we're gonna do is draw attention to certain details or characteristics. I'm just putting it on all my seeds, and then I'm gonna go around some outside parts of my strawberry. There, you can already see what a difference that made. I'm gonna highlight this edge because I think it's really important. I really like this curve over here on my strawberry, maybe a little down here, a little bit at the bottom. And I wanna accentuate some of these leaves and how they divide. And I'm just really putting lines in, I don't wanna say random places, but things that just catch my eye. Certain shapes like this V up here. Little curve here, little tip right there, do a little shine mark, and something over here. Okay, you can even put something in the leaves. I'm gonna put a center line down the leaves to give the leaf more movement and texture as well. And thanks for joining me. This project was very sweet. Thanks, artists. Take care.